Hello, this is the 16th lecture of the Semantic SEO course, and in this lecture we will try to understand the contextual structure that we have created for the drinking hot water article and the contextual domain. One more time, we directly start with the definition of the drinking hot water, and here we define hot water and also drinking hot water in the context of predicate drinking hot water and also the type of drinking water which has the state of being hot or boiled or something similar. Then we give the main health benefit of drinking it, main risk, what body parts are mostly affected from it, who should and not drink hot water, mention researchers and universities. We give a comment to our expert authors here, explain how it affects the body functions, and explain how it changes mood, brain functions, or the physical performance. And again, all these things are some certain annotations to the first anchor text targeted article, which is the root of the semantic content network. Give one misunderstanding about it. Again, we are making annotation to our actual middle ground. Give ideal temperature for water and its main reason, and give the best time for it, and tell whether time affects the ideal temperature or not. So basically, it is a kind of summative area with the key points. And again, we explained the abstractive and extractive summary, and you should remember it a little further. In the incoming modules, we will have more explanations and examples and rule sets for these concepts. Once we ask what are the benefits of the drinking hot water, we directly give a list definition and listing in this area too. Basically, all these lists will be the same with this list. The purpose of giving the same list inside headings and also inside the grouper question is actually increasing the chance of getting a feature snippet. Because here we are able to give the specific answer earlier, and most of the time, processing the headings as a feature snippet gaining opportunity, it is a little harder. That's why we usually try to use this structure too. And I will suggest you to give always a summary in your H2s for all the H3s, as we said before too, because this is a summary for entire article, this is a summary for its own group. Then we configure and order everything according to their prominence and the popularity and connections to the other types of situations as well. For instance, digestion, actually, it is one of the important sections here, and it appears many times inside the queries. Plus, it's also related to the constipation, which appears in this article too. So we don't create the brief only for this article. We remember the previous briefs that we created too, and we always consolidate the context while distributing the relevance. And in this area, directly we explain the each benefit, role of hot water for that benefit, how it helps, the process of this specific benefit happens, importance of that specific benefit, for instance, why the digestion section here is really important. Then for A5, we tell that please connect everything to the acid reflux while mentioning it. And here we talk about to relieve the discomfort basically. For the A7, we talk about again the blood pressure, as in the cold water and as in the root article too. Mention for every section whether there is a myth or not. Drinking hot water can assist to relieve the discomfort because of X and Y. But for the situation that P is more than C degree, it doesn't affect it, thus believing that hot water, blah, blah, blah. So the purpose here is that since the hot water changes from person to person, there are queries about it. And that's why we are trying to reflect these specific misunderstandings for every benefit too. Yes, it is a fact that these things are coming from the hot water benefits. But after a certain types of degree, it might not be happening as well. Because imagine that you are trying to drink a kind of 200 Celsius degrees of water. Unfortunately, you will be dead. The thing here is that it's hot water, right? 200 Celsius degrees, or let's say 1000 Fahrenheit. So I am trying to democratize every measurement unit here, since we have a diverse audience. But basically, if it is too hot, it's not beneficial anymore. So in this area, there is a misunderstanding too. And here we try to clarify it further for certain types of degrees as well. And the reason that we put the misunderstanding to the end, it is coming from queries one more time as well. Then we ask the misunderstanding one more time, and we want another list here, but just for the misunderstandings. and they will be connected to these areas as well. So when we ask the risks of hot water should be given in a paragraph, burning, damages, and etc. because we don't want to increase its importance on that level because they don't appear in the queries that much. That's why we give most of the weight here, and we use actually the correct format here, and here we just give a certain type of paragraph. But at the same time, for certain types of the misunderstandings, we try to unite it, or we try to put it for the context of misunderstanding and also the possibility and a really risky situation. Since this is a really risky situation, we open one more in the Boolean question section because we want to explain it in a short but also a little bit certain way. The beliefs section is united with the studies because it's a misunderstanding, and also there are some proofs and the studies that show the situation might be happening. That's why it is not under this. It's under that area, but it has still a connection. And when you look at this border and also the bridge, it has a connection here and it is a connection here too. We slowly actually create a kind of transition to the other sections. Then we ask the ideal temperature. And again, here we would tell that this is the ideal temperature, and above that, it can be considered after a point as hot. And then we give actually why directly it is hot as well. So in the next lecture, we will finish this area a little bit further, and then from there we will see a few more briefs. Thank you.